review for everybody. What matters with my feet when I've got back control? What matters with my feet?
Feet engaged.
Yeah, feet engaged, active. I'm pointing my toes out, right? I'm not just letting them hang out here, but active. What about my upper body? What do I want?
Just chest to the back.
I want chest to back connection. What else?
Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. One over, one under. Okay. Which hand goes on top?
Under.
Goes over the bottom, or bottom of the top. Bottom hand goes over top. Right. This is my support hand. This is my choke hand. Right. That's where I want to be. And then my thumbs in Sal's chest. Oh, if I want the rear naked, Sal reaches up and grabs to pull off. I let him, and then we start working our rear naked in, right? Finish our choke. We've learned a couple of the collar chokes over here. I can, option one, step off to the side, run my arm behind Sal's head, push his head down, sit back, finish the choke that way. Option two, we can grab the collar, we pull down on the collar, same thing, step off to the side, and then we straighten both of our hands, right? We've looked at both of those. If you're in this spot, you got this, but you can't quite get this, right? Or I get here, and for whatever reason, it's not powerful enough. I don't feel like I have it to finish to switch off to the bow and arrow. We're gonna let this hand go. We're gonna go to his knee, right? Don't get take whatever you can get. There could be a situation where you can't quite get the knee. Get a grip on something, but optimally, you want to grip around that knee. It's going to give you the best leverage. You're going to have your grip here, and we were kind of going at like this kind of 45, right? When we were finishing the other chokes. To finish the bow and arrow, I want you to come a little further where you're looking at the side of his face. Okay? So I want to be looking in his ear hole. Is what I'm aiming for with the bow and arrow. And then the last piece, the only other adjustment from any other chokes, is this bottom leg needs to come up and over his shoulder. Okay? So let's take a look at that. Over here, start going off to the side. I decide I want to go to my bow and arrow, I'll grab his leg. And I like having this leg because it lets me pull myself around or pull Sal around either way, right? Where I want to be. So I'm over here. This leg is I'm gonna loosen my grip a little bit. It's gonna come up and over his shoulder here, right? And now it's squeeze the knees, push with my knees, pull on the collar, start to sit. Extremely powerful. You can see it's jiu-jitsu is all about putting yourself in a more athletic position. The muscles that I'm using to pull on that choke is I'm using quads, hamstrings, hips, core muscles. You know, it's like all of this stuff. And if he gets his hand in there, it's like whatever. Right? He's not gonna be able to stop all of those things happening. And then at the end, the reason it's called the bow and arrow is I've got his pants, and then I'm pulling on his collar. It's like you're drawing a bow back, right? So it's kind of like a picturesque finish when you're done. Got your feet over the top of them. So a couple of cues I want you to think about. When you bring that leg over the top, get real active with that knee. You want to be pinching that knee in. Kind of one of the old Machado things Machado used to always teach was to roll your knee in. That's a pretty good cue actually. But squeeze your knees works fine, right? Just think about tight knees. Your knees are tight. You got that collar, you got the leg, and then you're just sitting back, pushing with your legs, pulling with that collar. Pretty gnarly. Sal, do you want to see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants to see somebody get choked. Here I'm working on it, it's not happening. I like to grab the pins first. You don't have to, but I like to because I feel like it gives me the leverage I need to kind of get around to the side easier, right? So, little when I'm here, come over the top, pinch the knees, push. And you can take it nice and slow with this one. There's no rush. They're not going anywhere, right? If you don't get that leg over their shoulder, they're going to probably escape. So if I'm here and I don't cover his shoulder right here, just keep working backwards. He's going to keep turning. He's going to turn into me. Now he's on top, right? that leg over the shoulder. You can also, let me get one of you guys. Yeah. If you got long legs or there's a lot of space, you can cross your feet. Get here. I'll see some guys. Oh, so actually, block for me. Yep, like that. Just kick this arm down. Cross your feet. Same thing.
Probably pretty miserable.
What's that?
It's probably pretty miserable.
It's even worse. If you know, most with guys my size, obviously I can't cross my feet, but somebody smaller, or if you got, like both of you guys got long legs, you can cross your feet. Makes it that much worse, that much tighter.
I think maybe where I go wrong with this choke is I get real focused on cranking with like my back muscles instead of extending with my legs.
Extend, use your, think deadlift. And then I want to show you, of course, the deeper you get, like get a deep grip if you can get it, okay? But you don't always get a deep grip. Chris, let me use you. If you don't have the deep grip, don't worry about it. You can still go with this. And the next move we're going to learn is the arm bar. And it's super easy to switch up to the arm bar from here. So worst case scenario, you get everything set up, it's not choking, just take that arm. Because you've got that arm totally trapped. But let's say I get a, let's look how, I mean, this is, I'm being over the top loose with this grip, right? Preferably, I want up here where he's choking before I even go. But he's not letting me, I get down here, right? It's no problem. We'll still get the choke. Fine. You can even, I've just been silly just trying it out. I've grabbed it way down here and you still can finish it. Because once you get everything set, it just,